here with DeMar DeRozan. Just took in the Toronto Raptors' first Summer League game here in Las Vegas. DeMar, what were your thoughts?
Definitely was getting out and running. It was definitely fun seeing, the young guys play, from Quincy to Terrence and, a couple other guys that I done played with. So definitely fun to watch. They trying to get their rhythm. Today was a good test for them. I think next game they're going to be ready.
A lot of eyes were on Terrence Ross, the 8th overall pick in the draft from Washington. What were your early thoughts on your potential teammate out there on the wing?
He's a great shooter. That's one thing. From three-point, mid-range, and he definitely athletic. I was in that same position. When I played Summer League, you just gotta learn the game. Once you get more comfortable and more confident with this game and understanding how to lead work on the court on both ends, everything becomes to come to you easy. So it's definitely fun watching him play though.
It seems like just not that long ago you were here making your Summer League debut. Does it feel like time's flying a little bit?
Yeah, time definitely go by fast, especially coming up on my 4th year in the season and, calling these rookies young guys is definitely crazy. But, it's definitely good to see, and I'm glad my teammate out here just all of them trying to get better, try to help us out.
How was it for you in your first year under Dwayne Casey, the new head coach?
It was definitely fun. I learned a lot from him. We had a lot of ups and downs, but, it comes with a season, with a new coaching staff, but it's definitely fun, I'm grateful to have this summer, to have Summer League and be with the guys and get better and be better prepared for next season. It'll be fun.
Well, 2 major additions are coming in next season. One player that you just acquired in the trade, and Kyle Lowry, and then another big man from last year, Chef Jonas Valanciunas. Can you tell us a little bit about how additions are going to impact next year's team?
It's going to be a great addition, especially with Q and T. Ross. I think we're going to have a hell of a team next year. Once we all get together in training camp, I think we should definitely be something to reckon with this coming season.
Have you guys formed any type of goals for next season yet?
Our main goal, just go out there and make playoffs. That's our main goal at the end of the day. Getting in the playoffs and try to make something happen in there.